From Julio Cruz and Gaylord Perry to Alvin Davis and Harold Reynolds to father and son back-to-back bombs. From Junior J, Joey, and Edgar with Randy, A-Rod, Dan, and the Sheriff to Ichiro Moyer and Mikey C to King Felix, Kyle Cruz, and Cano to the present with Julio, Gilbert, Kirby, and Cal. I don't believe it. It just continues. My, oh my, it's another sports podcast. My, oh my, it's another sports podcast. We got our super producer, Indy, out there in Nashville, Tennessee. That's Vaden Podcast Services. Vaden Podcast Services bringing the show to life. Got to give a shout out to the homies in the live chat. Hope everybody had a happy Easter. We decided we needed to spend time with our families last week, but we are back. Major League Baseball is flowing, but y'all know my main man, Sam, will mess around and get a triple-double. Sam, how you doing, bro?
Doing good. Just got back from vacation about an hour ago and hopped on here. So, yeah, doing awesome. How about yourself?
Oh, man, we're doing great. We're doing great because the Mariners are back, and you know how much I love baseball. Talking about loving baseball, shout out to our friends at Romantic About Baseball. Fantastic follow on Facebook. Look for Baseball Podcasters United, man. These are passionate major league pods from all over the country. Check out our friends at Romantic About Baseball. Sam, what I'm loving is the Mariners were in a very precarious situation. They were playing a bad brand of baseball pretty much across the board, minus a couple starts here and there by our pitchers. But peaks and valleys of a baseball season. Talk to me, Sam. They're flipping the script against Houston in a desperately needed winning streak.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't think the pitching had too many bad starts. I mean,
No.
Yeah, they were pretty solid throughout. We have, I think, the second best bullpen right now in baseball. They've been kind of lights out. Farrar is finally looking like the guy we actually wanted to acquire from the beginning. And yes, man, as long as the bats kind of start picking things up and get their timing down, I think we'll be fine. I like their encouraging signs from Young. And Donovan has been also good. Luke Raley is off to a hot start.
Yes.
So as soon as we get our, main stars going too, man, yeah, we'll be good to go, in my opinion.
Yeah, no doubt. Mariners lifer, I dare say our bullpen is pretty good. I'm a little worried about the very, very end of it. At the trade deadline, I'd love to go and acquire one more established dude, Sam. But you said it. Ferrer hasn't necessarily been perfect, but our defense was really disappointing to start the season. I was so disappointed by the defense to start, man. And I just want to get into an overall baseball rant, Sam, is you know how much I love playing second base. And there's a reason I played second and not third. And although Brendan Donovan's a fantastic major league player, I'm so excited we traded for him. He's paid immediate dividends. The Mariners don't value third base the way I think they should, man. Third base requires you to be a little bit crazy. You got to be really tough. You have to have quick reflexes, and you need to have a cannon for an arm. Those are all attributes that lots of great ball players just don't have, and only a few do. So once again, it disappoints me that the Mariners seem to devalue third base when I think it's a premium position, Sam, because a few Donovan throwing errors and the season could maybe be a couple wins better right now.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, and Young has had his lumps this year and last year at second base as well. And so the defense on whole hasn't been what I would like, to say the least. I mean, I hate sloppy games, sports, football, doesn't matter, baseball. Yeah, you got to have the details and the fundamentals locked down. And yeah, they seem to be lacking on the defense right now.
Yeah, no doubt. It can always go up, though, man. Sunday evening, I am pumped that we're playing Mariners baseball again, man. It was a really bad brand early on. Shout out to our friend Nico. And also, if y'all want to check out Diamond Talk, y'all check out our friend Nico at Diamond Talk, the East Coast Mariners fan. But, shoot, Sam, I want to get into something. We were talking about starting pitching, and I'd be completely remiss if we didn't bring up Emerson Hancock. Man,
Woo!
we were talking about last year, Cal Raleigh took a quantum leap in his game. For our beloved Seahawks, Jackson Smith and Jigma took a quantum leap. Right now, we might be seeing a quantum leap from Emerson Hancock, dude, and it's no accident. And what's crazy, Sam, is last year, the analytics crushed Emerson. They crushed him. But right now, it's done a complete 180, Sam. The analytics have Emerson Hancock in the 98th percentile for pitching run value and in the
Mm-hmm.
99th percentile for fastball run value. Awesome.
Yeah, no, I've always liked Emerson Hancock. Like even last year, I was thinking he should get a little more run in the playoffs, but they never seemed to really have the faith to put him in there. But no, from what
Mm.
I've heard, he's made tweaks to his release point and his arm slot angle, and it's made big strides on helping him be the pitcher he should have been. Like he's supposed to be, because yeah,
I mean,
he's
he was
a
the
highly
sixth pick of the
touted
draft.
prospect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then this is going to bring up interesting conversations if this is not just a flash in the pan, small sample size thing. If he keeps it up, I mean, shit, we're going to have some interesting talks. Going to be about trading for maybe a bat and giving up one of the starting pitchers. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Or I don't know. Maybe Castillo might be on the last legs here. Who knows?
Well, you need options. You need
Yes.
options. You also need depth, Sam. And sometimes there's accidents in life, and sometimes there isn't. This isn't an accident to me at all with Emerson Hancock, Sam, because here's something I'm looking at. Last year, Emerson used his sweeper 3% of the time. This season so far, Emerson's using it almost 28% of the time. His newfound confidence and his newfound control and precision with his sweeper has changed his game, man. The sweeper has changed his,
Mm-hmm.
that's a 25% jump in pitch usage in one off season. Incredible, Sam. And what that does for him is he's using his four seamer 40% of the time, and that puts us at what? Almost 17 miles per hour difference between his heater and his sweeper, both coming in at about the same eye angle off the release. This might be a devastating combo, and I just want to say kudos to Emerson and the organization, because
Mm-hmm.
our pitchers are always adding to the arsenal. To a man, it seems like our pitchers are always adding. Love it.
Yeah, yeah. No, Gilbert was throwing like 6, 7 pitches today. I mean, yeah. The one thing I trust with the Mariners is their pitching development.
Mm.
Without a doubt, we are on point when it comes to that. And I think that's going to help with free agent pitchers and young
Yep.
guys. I mean, you want to get paid and you want to become a star as a pitcher. I mean, coming to Seattle is not a bad place to go.
Well, you were talking about maybe having the surplus to be able to trade a pitcher. Maybe we have some depth. Maybe we strengthen our bullpen. Well, look down at Double A, and Cade Anderson has 11 strikeouts and no runs in his second professional start. The
Yeah, no
Mariners
hitter.
might have hit a no hit, a gold mine with Cade, dude. A true ace lefty. I mean, have we seen that since Randy Johnson?
Not really. God, there was someone who we had. Was it the Big Maple? No, I forget. Who was not
Big
like a true
Maple
ace,
good,
though.
but he wasn't that.
Not a true
No, we're
ace.
not
Yeah.
talking about Eric Bedard. I don't want to go back to
No,
those
hell,
dark
God,
days.
no. Oh my God, no.
Mariners lifer Cade Anderson as in
Mm-hmm.
the K for strikeout. Love that shit. Tyson B, we talked about it briefly, but another thing I love, Sam, is just adding veterans to a lineup to help your young players emerge. You know, the
Mm-hmm.
Orioles bring in Taylor Ward, they bring in the polar bear Alonso to try to help their young core grow. We saw the Mariners do that with, guys like Rosa Reyna, Gino Suarez, Jesse Winker might not have worked as much as we liked, but Jorge Polanco worked out really well. So we saw the Mariners make efforts to bring in some veteran hitters to help their young core develop, and it worked really well. So maybe it could do the same in Baltimore, Sam. You were
Yeah.
talking about Cole Young. player development. This guy looks like he could be a budding all-star already. What am I
Yeah,
seeing?
offensively, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he also, I mean, he got his seasoning last year, took his rookie lumps, and I think he's still technically a rookie this year. But man, he could be. He's one of our best, more consistent hitters, and he has good plate discipline. And I'm really liking what I'm seeing from him.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I love how he can make the web gems. He seems to be making all of the routine plays, Sam. I just want to also go into a certain player, man. And although I literally just said Julio, 90% of the league chases less than him, Sam. I mean, Julio is a chase machine. But in a critical moment in game two, Saturday night versus Houston, Julio sees an at bat with four sliders to one fastball. We know that's how the league is going to pitch him. And until he hits his way out of that situation, that's what he's going to see. Sam, what does Julio do on the fourth slider? He jacks that bitch out to
Mm-hmm.
dead center field. Game tying home run. And I hope Julio just bottles that up because he's got the natural strength, the natural bat speed. If he just trusts himself, he doesn't need to swing for a 500-foot home run. A really good double swing for Julio and his bat speed is a lot of home runs, man. And if we
Yes, it
see more
is.
of that from him, that's a game changer for the team and for himself as an individual.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Julio, if he can just live up to that potential fully, I mean, we've all been waiting on it. And the slow starts have been kind of a thorn in his side because if he was playing like he does when the weather warms up all year, even, God, just average at the beginning, just not shitting the bed constantly. I mean, he would be up there a little bit higher for MVP votes because, yeah, man, he is an extremely talented player. In
Mhm.
Gold Glove center fielder like talent. I mean, yeah, he's awesome. I hope he really puts it together this year and really busts out of that slump a little earlier, which it
And
looks like
Major
he
League
might be
Baseball
doing.
is really hard. Dude, Major League Baseball is really freaking hard, man. I sometimes we take for granted the guys that are killing it in the game, man, and I'm just so thrilled that the Mariners were able to flip the script, Sam, because at 4-9 to start the season, at 4-9, I'm not panicking, but I think
Yeah.
you'd be naive if you weren't concerned. Like there was reason to be concerned there, because here's the thing, Sam, is 4-9 over in 2 weeks. You can overcome that. But if you continue that play for 6 weeks, all of a sudden, after 6 weeks, you're 12-27, and it's looking bleak.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I wasn't panicking at all. I mean, this is, I don't know, the Mariners. This is what they do. When you have high expectations, they kind of underperform until you get your expectations down. Then they'll overperform. And I don't know. I thought we were fine. Our once our stars, I know that like Naylor, he's gonna hit. He's gonna break out of it eventually. Cal, same thing. And then Julio, he always gets hot at least a little bit later. And our bottom of the lineup guys are the ones that are hitting and pulling it for our team right
Mhm.
now. So if they can keep that up, I mean, once our other guys get going, we're money. I think we're good.
Yeah. And huge shout out JB Crawford. We talked about JP Crawford last week, how we kind of take him for granted as a fan base, frankly. I do. I definitely
I don't.
do. But
I don't.
another big hit. You don't. That's fine. I do. I do. And
He's clutch,
because
man. He's clutch.
yeah, and part of it, Sam, is he's a quality starting shortstop,
Yeah.
and I'm that guy looking for the grass is greener. I want an all star, but there's nothing wrong with having a damn good starter, and that's what JP is. You said it, clutch, walk off hit, and guess what we always talk about in an era where everything is launch angle. Here, JP is in a critical moment, behind in the count, inside out, little laser beam to left, game over, situational hitting. Loved it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, JP is always clutch, man. He seems to be always coming through when we need him. I remember I was at a game with my son Sam, and we were down in the ninth inning, and JP comes up. I'm like, he's not always consistent, but he's usually clutch, and he hit a home run 2, 3 seats away from us in that game and won the game for us last year. And then Sammy said the same thing to my dad a couple days ago or yesterday. Whenever he hit that game-winning hit for us, he was like, "Oh, JP's usually clutch," and he came through for him too. So yeah,
Mm.
I like him a lot. JP's a good player. Not the best.
And I
His
love
defense is like kind of falling off a little bit year by year, but he's a leader, and yeah, I like him.
Yeah, well, his range has fallen off a ton. That's why I think it's key. If he just makes all the plays, then I can forgive that. And another thing that goes beyond is JP's an exceptional leader. He's an
Yes.
exceptional leader. He's the guy that everyone wants to go to work with. For example, I heard a story last year from the player himself. We traded Ben Williamson this offseason, but Ben was talking about is he's not a nightlife guy, so he doesn't like going to the clubs and the restaurants late at night with some of his teammates on the road. So JP goes and plays video games with Ben in Ben's room so he still feels welcome with the team. It's little things like that that we take for granted, but you're on the road for what, 81 games a year, so however many days that equals in totality, that's a ton of time. Great
Hmm.
question by Sunday evening, Sam. I'm going to answer first and swing it to you right away, and then we will talk about why. Who's our best player so far? For me, it's Cole Young and Randy
Yeah.
Arozarena.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say I agree with you 100% on that. I mean, I don't think there's pitching has been locked down. It's hard to pick a pitcher who's Woo. I mean, Woo's been pretty fucking awesome also, but yeah, without a and no Brendan Donovan. I'm gonna throw Brendan Donovan in there
Yeah, the injuries
offensively.
have been sliding down for me a little bit, but when he's been in there, he's been exceptional. And here's a guy, Sam, that I don't know how much it was intentional, but in terms of batting style and stature of human, Brendan Donovan might be the best possible influence on what Cole Young could be in his career. And I think Cole Young has even much more power potential than Donovan is going to put out production wise in his career. I just think that Young's going to be able to, and probably has already, learned so much from Donovan. And also, shout out Luke Raley. Luke Raley just goes out there and plays hard every night, and he is making some contributions with the bat. You said it earlier.
And
It's
zone.
that Canzone. You know I love me some Canzone.
Yeah, me
You
too.
know I love me some Canzone. Last year was real too. That shit last year was real because
Hmm.
plate discipline, fouling off pitchers' pitches, taking really tough takes that are just slightly off the plate, getting singles, getting fouls on really good little things like that are why I think Dom is real. It's not just those easy home runs we can see him hit, man. This guy's really turned into a more meticulous thinking type of hitter, in my opinion.
Yeah, and he's averaging what 95, like 96 miles an hour on his exit velocity right now too, which is I think leading the
Woo-hoo-hoo!
team. So yeah, no,
Woo!
his he's real right now. He's really hitting it hard and hitting it well for us. What's his batting average? It's not, who cares about batting average, but
Well,
yeah,
especially this time of year, dude. I mean,
yeah,
you got some
yeah.
of the best play. I mean, Julio's still hitting under 130, and I'm seeing signs of life. I am not worried about Naylor, though, and I have seen a little bit of good contact with him, Sam. I wouldn't be opposed to maybe dropping him to 5 or 6 just to get his swag back here, but that's something to keep an eye on here.
Yeah, long term, I'm not worried about Naylor at all. I'm a Naylor
Hmm.
believer. Yeah, yeah. Right now, he's not hitting how he wants to. He has had a lot of hard hit balls that I've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and he's just gotten a little bit unlucky, and it'll come around. It's baseball.
Hmm. I am a believer though in sometimes taking the pressure off a player, Sam. There's
Yeah,
actually been a time or two in my life where I was at leadoff and started struggling a little bit, got bumped down to 6, 7, 8, found my swag again, and the team and myself are starting to take off again. I improved, man. It's not easy to bat in some of the higher pressure, high leverage spots in the lineup. And sometimes it could just, take a little pressure off a dude and let him relax and really find his groove again. And maybe, but I'm not writing Naylor off at all. I'm just saying that from experience, sometimes taking the pressure off can help you.
yeah. No, it wouldn't hurt. That's for sure. I mean, yeah, he's the one guy who I would think will live up to his back of his baseball card almost every single year. I have a lot of trust in him. He's
No doubt,
consistent.
no doubt. Well, I got to ask you, Sam. I mean, the Mariners, let's rewind a little bit, though. We went to Texas. We scored a measly 3 runs over 3 games at Texas. Now we've exploded for the first 3 games against Houston for nearly 8 runs a game. what team is this? Is Houston's pitching possibly that bad?
Yes. That's what I
Yeah.
was going to Yes.
I
Because,
mean,
dude, how many
I
walks did they have today? Like 9, 8, 9, 10?
yeah,
I don't know. Two hit
constant
by pitches.
constant walks, and
And we left a lot of guys stranded on base. That's what's worrying me right now is that the stats are, I mean, the score is looking pretty good, but the hitting's still just not there yet. And that's yeah, we need to turn it
this
around.
might be the Mariners though, because even last year when they took it further than any Mariners team ever had before, they still had some pretty stinky numbers with runners in scoring position, man. This is almost just a volume team, man, where this shooter's got the green light and he's gonna keep hucking it, and eventually a couple are gonna go in. At least you hope so.
I lost you for a second. Didn't hear what you said. What'd you say?
Oh, I'm just saying the Mariners seem to be one of those high volume teams, man. Like that even last year when they had their best season ever, they had some pretty shaky statistics with runners in scoring position, man. That might not never be their MO, but they really just got to keep plugging and get them hits when it counts.
Yeah, it just worries me when we got like no outs, bases loaded a couple times. You know what I mean? It seemed like second and third, one out, no outs, and we're really struggling to push the guys home. We get one run, and that's it. We got to take advantage of those situations.
Yeah, no
a little
doubt,
bit
no
more.
doubt.
And I think I was a little bit right on Ref Snyder. Yeah, he is not is limited at bat so far, but he's not looking too hot in my opinion.
Are you thinking he might be Solano 2.0?
Yeah, yeah, I am. I am. He
Okay,
hit
here's the
left-handed
thing.
pitching so well throughout the years that it's hard to write him off. But
Okay, here's another huge question, Sam. Like, is the difference between Fenway Park and T-Mobile Park in terms of hitting advantages that different? It might be,
yeah, yeah, it really might
especially in
be.
April, man. I
Hmm.
promise you, everyone can hit it a lot further in July in this state than right now. Crazy.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that going back to the Houston thing, I think their pitching might sink them this year because they're in trouble right now. I mean, I don't know who we're playing next tomorrow because I think it's still a to be determined situation. But with the guys on injury, like yeah, man, it's not looking good. They got the best or one of the best offenses, but if they can't pitch, they're fucked.
Well, the Mariners have just been have just the Mariners have shredded the Houston's arms up.
Yeah, yeah. I think I heard the
Going
stat
forward,
today.
they're in trouble. Going forward, they're in trouble right now because
Yeah,
their arms are out of gas, and like Texas Power just popped in here. He thinks they've got a bunch of minor leaguers in there right now.
they're
Hell,
starting minor leaguers tomorrow, I think, and today. I don't know who that guy was, but he wasn't good.
we went from a team that could not hit in Arlington, came up to Seattle, and looked like the 1920s New York Yankees all of a sudden. It's
Yeah.
got to be a little bit of the pitching.
Yeah, no, it has to be. I mean, they have been looking pretty bush league in my opinion when it comes to their pitching. But they're what closers hurt. Whatever has happened to what's his name? Their guy who's been closing for him, he is falling off. It's his like fastballs down to like a 93, 92 miles an hour.
Oh,
I forget
wow.
the guy's
Wow.
name right now.
Hater.
He was a killer. No, the other guy, the guy who's starting for him right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, who was their starter? I'll look it up and see what it was. Yeah, no, he's not looking hot right now, and he was used to be their stud.
Well, this makes me nervous. We have the most forced rivalry ever. Shout out to Ocean View, man. Ocean View's in the house right now, man. The San Diego Padres, man. The Eddie Vedder Cup. Where are my rock and roll fans at? Pearl Jam, Even Flow. I'm Still Alive. The Eddie Vedder Cup, man. San Diego. One thing I know is I don't know if there's a single pitcher on the planet scarier than Mason Miller right now. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Dude.
no, God, yeah, dude, he's looking a little scary for sure. And it was Abreu.
103
Who's I was talking
wipe
about.
out. Okay. But I mean, coming up with the Mariners right now, we know what time it is, man. That's an excellent bullpen with the best closer in baseball. We have to be at least tied or leading in 7 innings.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree with that for sure. Yeah, Mason Miller is just nasty right now.
Are you kidding me?
Borderline unhittable.
103 with that wipeout slider, dude. There ain't nothing like. And this, I
Like a
was pushing
95
hard.
mile an hour changeup. What the
What
fuck?
is this?
Yeah.
And change up my ass, dude. These pitches got shit that I don't even. Okay, so let's give a shout out to the Negro Leagues right now, man, and the path that they had to take. But one thing that I always thought was so fun from that era was they would have fun pitches for their names, like the Buzz Ball or the Super Slinky. I'm making things up, but they'd come up with really fun, saucy
Mr.
names
Snappy,
for their
Randy
yeah,
Johnson.
but not so cheesy, not so
Yeah.
cheesy like that. Like some real fun shit, man. They got to bring back those swaggy type of pitches. But yeah, man, I would have traded nearly the moon for Mason Miller, man. I would have given them Cole Young straight up and not a blinked an eye.
Yeah. Yeah, for the best closer in baseball, absolutely. Yeah, Mason Miller's a stud for sure. But yeah, San Diego's a good team. They're a good team.
Yeah.
The Vetter Cup doesn't mean shit to me, but
No,
they're
the
tough.
most forced rivalry ever.
Yeah, definitely, 100%, without a doubt. How are they doing so far this year? Probably doing pretty damn well, I'm guessing.
Well, I mean, what's fun? It's honestly hard to glean
10 and
anything,
6.
Sam, because everybody is basically 500. So we're really at those infant stages, and maybe that's why you're right to keep a cool head on the situation. But yeah, that's legit, man. Dodgers, freaking A. I don't even want to talk about them.
Yeah.
But
No,
we got to
neither.
get the brooms out, man. The Mariners need to stack wins. San Diego's a really tough opponent, man. And I'm thrilled that they were able to get off the mat, man, because I was concerned to the point that you don't want to have to scrap all year.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not.
So.
This is the series to really come alive too, to get that lead on Houston, tiebreakers down the road and everything like that. If we can bury them early, it's going to make everything easier down the road.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and just let them know that we're around, man. And because
we're
had
big
all
bro,
of them
not
years.
just around.
Yes.
We're big bro right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like it ain't that thing. It's not that thing anymore, man. It's that we're not gonna just take that shit anymore, man. Those days are over, Houston. We're not gonna let you punk us every time. This is a different Mariners, and you know what? The Rangers got us. We had a shitty start to the season. It took us till our 5th or 6th series to finally win one. But god damn it, man, the ups and downs of the baseball season, and I just ride it, dude.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You got to just ride it. The Rangers don't worry me too much. They're a good team. They are a good team. I think it will be us and the Rangers down the road, but I think we'll be able to take it against them.
Yeah,
Oakland's underperforming.
That one kind of surprised me, and we'll see long term. I mean, the one thing we know, especially if you're a Mariners fan, Sam, is you go back to being a Mariners fan in the 90s and the early 2000s. We have some of the best lineups I've ever seen in my entire life. We never even sniffed the World Series, man. So just because you have an all-world lineup does not guarantee any sort of winning success in Major League Baseball.
Now that I look, Oakland's actually rattled off a few now that I was on vacation. I hadn't kept up with them, but they're actually leading the West right now, 8-7, tied with Texas. All right, so they're getting there.
There we go.
The ship, it looks like, yeah.
Everyone's 500
like world beaters last year. Like
everyone's 500 right now, man. I don't know what to glean, and maybe that is Major League Baseball. We are 2 weeks in, basically.
That is the American League, Major League Baseball, because National League, you just got motherfuckers that buy their rosters and buy their fucking championship right now, like fucking Los Angeles and shit. Yeah, they're 11-4. San Diego's 10-6, and Atlanta's 11-6 right now. So yeah, that's all.
That's
National
a bounce
League
back
shit.
I didn't see coming. I gotta ask you this, Sam. Have you seen Jared Kelenich's AAA stats?
No.
This guy might be out of professional baseball before too long.
That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, he's a hothead, and once he gets in his own head, it's just all downhill from there.
You know, it's a friendly reminder of, as much as we love these prospects, you got to be careful and you got to be willing to trade them at times.
Yeah, and the thing that I heard about him is he was much more results driven than he was process driven. And so he starts getting in his own head, getting his own way. Things start going bad, and he doesn't have a way to find his way out of it. And
Mm.
so when you're more process driven, I mean, even if things aren't going your way, hey, my swing feels good. I'm getting unlucky at this. Things are going to turn around if I keep with my process. And so if you don't have a good process, you can get lost real quick.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially in the game of baseball, man, when it's such a
Mm-hmm.
fail oriented game and you have to come back every day too. Those
Yep.
guys that have the positive level mindset usually seem to thrive, man. And I just love the sport. And honestly, when I struck out, I was closer to Jared Kelenic than the guy I just spoke of. Let's be real here, man. But
Yeah.
there's really something to that though, man, in that you really gotta flush it and keep it cool because all the anger does nothing but hurt you in the batter's box.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's one of the few sports where you can't pump yourself up like to get out of things. You know what I mean? To get locked in, you really got to have a level head and stay cool, and yeah, find your way out of it
Yeah,
with
especially in
process.
that batter's box.
Mm-hmm.
You can go all out like a dirt dog in the field, dive as hard as you want to, but in that batter's box, man, you got to find that zen, man. You really really do.
Yep, yep, absolutely, 100%.
Absolutely. Well, Sam, speaking of Zen, man, there's a guy that in Seattle who is kind of like the GM Zen master to me, and it's his time of year, dude. John Schneider, two-time Super Bowl champion John Schneider and
Yes,
his
sir.
staff are diligently working. It's kind of a crazy NFL draft now, Sam, and I know I'm the one that's the major draft nerd, but I just gotta ask you, you are so dialed into the Seattle Seahawks overall without even thinking about the players that you could draft. What positions would you really want to target if you are running the Seahawks right now?
Cornerback, cornerback, defensive back, and then running back. Not maybe the first round pick on a running back, but we got to get a running back too.
Mm,
And
okay.
Edge, man, I agree with Sunday evening right there with Edge. You got to throw that in too, because we
Well,
lost a little bit
I
of our
think
depth.
Edge might is right up there for me. Edge is way up there for me, Sam. Way up there, dude. And
We still got the horses, in my opinion. If we can get a serviceable guy, yeah, and then a younger, maybe second, third round, something like that. Cornerback is a big need for me because
you think
Job is
cornerback's
good.
the big need?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Joe, second cornerback, yes, because
Yes.
a cover corner. Because Witherspoon, I don't know. To me, he's not a cover corner that you can just say, "Hey, lock this guy down," and he'll be able to do that 100%. He's a great blitzer. He's just an all-around great football player. But as far as just one-on-one coverage skills, he's not top tier, in my
Well, we're
opinion.
also a team that's only playing man, what, 20% of the time or less?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
maybe this will work a little more, Sam. And what's so interesting at corner too is this is, in my opinion, just a great cornerback and edge draft. If I was, I think teams are going to be crazy to not spend a top 3 round pick on any given edge rusher, given how important the position is and giving the dearth of talent at the edge, Sam. And as everybody knows, there is not a lot of depth in this draft. It's not nearly as hopefully highly regarded as next year's. And so I feel that in a lesser draft, you just got to really attack the strong positions, man. And the Seahawks
Mm-hmm.
really could really attack it. But I want to just put this on wax right now, Sam. Is I see so many people in the media, fans, everywhere about saying this guy is a Seahawks cornerback. We don't know what a Seahawks cornerback is yet, in my opinion, Sam, because we have not seen them draft a cornerback for Mike McDonald. Mike McDonald used all the cornerbacks that were from Pete Carroll. Look how fucking good they did, but with those guys, by the way. But
Yeah.
we're gonna get to see what is he looking for. Is he looking for maybe a guy that's more of a technician, a little more seasoned, like an Avion Terrell, Brandon Cisse? I love his
Mm-hmm.
aggressiveness. He's big, strong, physical, and fast. But Sam, I like Cisse's play style more, but Terrell's probably a better player. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, I trust Coach Mack to be able to develop the guys. If he sees something in them, yeah, I trust his process when it comes to developing defensive players overall. He knows what he likes. He knows what fits in his system, and his system can bring out the best in players. So, yeah,
I mean,
yeah, go for it.
Drake Thomas looks like a Pro Bowl player out there. Ty Okada looks like a Pro Bowl player out there. And Sam, we need to get this out there right now too, especially for all of our friends, all of the listeners, of course the homies in the live chat, man, is this draft is going to be crazy entertaining. I'm not talking about the players, but here's what I'm looking at, Sam. And there's going to be so many fans on social media that are going to lose their freaking minds about their teams reaching for players, Sam. But here's what I'm looking at, Sam. This is NFL.com. NFL.com's list of prospects. The difference between number 8 and number 89 is 0.28. It's going to be a wild draft because with that close of a variance between 71 picks right there, a 2.28 difference, there's going to be people that are like, this guy's like number 50 on the board. Well, he's actually the exact same player as number 28 if you really look at the grade closely. We're going to find out so much about it. I'm so excited, but just get ready for people losing their minds because there's no difference between number 8 and number 89. It's crazy.
Yeah, that actually I didn't know that. That's actually pretty wild. But yeah, people are gonna lose their mind or just say it's the reason their GM's a genius and that they drafted this guy even though they had no idea who he was or if he's any good. We'll see what happens. The draft is not a crapshoot, but the GM's got to know it's really a hunt for the best fit for the team and fit for the coaching staff. So you can pick good players all you want. They don't fit with the team. It's not going to work out.
Nick Immanwori wouldn't have done dick even with all of his superpowers if he went to a defensive staff that had no clue what they're doing. Nick Immanwori goes to Mike McDonald, and we see DPOYs in that guy's future.
Or they just would have moved him to linebacker or something like that.
Something.
He wouldn't have been the player he is and that he was last year for sure.
Mm-hmm,
because
no doubt.
they have him working with the D-line, linebackers, safeties, corners. Man, they got him working in every single positional group, which is wild.
Okay. Sam, I'm talking about fans freaking out and looking down the board. And a major reason I'm bringing that up is Malachi Lawrence, edge out of Central Florida. He might be a little too small to be successful against the run game, but screaming off the edge. He's an excellent hand fighter. He's going to knock down the hands of that tackle and with his explosion be around the edge before he can even blink. A hand fighter plus amazing edge speed. And Sam, the reason why I finally targeted him down is I think he fits John's edge profile. Bruce Irvin, 6'3", 245, 4'5", 40, elite 10-yard split, elite broad. Boye Mafe, elite vert, elite broad. Frank Clark, elite vert. Nick Immanwori, elite vert. All of these guys. Derek Hall, crazy broad jump. Every single high drafted edge is a 4-5 guy with elite explosion traits. Malachi Lawrence is a 4-5 guy with unbelievably elite explosive traits. Sam, look for Malachi Lawrence. I think he's that clone I have finally honed in on that the Seahawks might be looking for.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that sounds good to me. If he gets around the edge like that, we got enough guys that can stand up to the run, in my opinion. We can get a guy who's purely a pass rusher. That's not a bad thing. I think it will help our defense a lot.
Well, I'm looking at what he's and Cliff Averill. Cliff Averill, we might have signed in free agency. Cliff Averill fits this athletic profile also. This is what they've been looking for all of this time. I really think Malachi Lawrence is going to be their target at edge. As much as I love guys like Zion Young, R. Mason Thomas, I see a track record that John wants to stay within the parameters that always work in the NFL. Like Bill Polian is telling everybody whenever he can, you draft outliers too much, you're going to get fired.
Yeah. Pete Carroll's a good example of that. Because with all the guys that we were reaching for, him and John, I'm glad the Allens or Jody actually saw that was more of a Pete thing. Definitely was. players that
You
we're
helped
getting that
teach
we're
me
not
about
panning
traits a
out.
long time ago, Sam. I'm gonna put a story out there. The year the Seahawks swung and missed on Aaron Curry, my man Sam was really high on Brian Orakpo. He was
Yes, sir.
way higher than most people. Orakpo went 15th or 16th, I believe. Orakpo would have been a vastly more successful top 5 pick than Aaron Curry. Orakpo had the kind of had the production, but those traits were just so and it's not for every position, Sam. I can't have an all traits quarterback. The all
Yeah,
traits
no.
quarterback will fail. We have seen that time and time
Mm-hmm.
again. The edge rusher, cornerback, tight end, even. Those are
Yeah.
positions where the traits can really be the difference.
No, yeah, long arms, fucking, they're strong enough to get that offensive lineman off them, man. They can do damage.
Yeah,
You
no
got to have
doubt,
the
no
long
doubt.
arms. The long arms is huge.
Yeah. I mean, okay, here's the thing, Sam, is when people want to ask why does it matter so much, it's the hand-to-hand combat. Every time you watch a boxing match, they tell you the reach. Every time you watch MMA, they tell you the reach. That shit's real.
Yeah, I think what was it? Will Campbell saw the difference with the long arm with Mafe and Hall. I think it was Hall
Yeah.
that was long armed the shit out of him all
Oh,
game long.
Hoss go gadget,
Yeah,
freak show
yeah,
arms.
yeah. That's why it matters. It matters a lot. Yeah.
And it doesn't always. But here's a great example. Ruben Bain on film is the absolute destroyer of the entire draft, but his arms are so short that he's going to fall maybe out of the top 10. I don't know if I agree with that. I love the player, but once again, we're going against the grain, Sam. I picked Russell Wilson a long time ago, and if I ever do it again, I'll be wrong. It's really hard to go against the
There's
grain, man.
exceptions to everything, dude. There's always an exception. You can't take it all for like, oh, it's short arms are never going to be good type of thing. Doesn't work
But
that
there's
way.
3 or 4
But there,
exceptions in this draft that are going to get picked high. Now that's where we worry
well,
because
it's
you're
what
right.
you have to wait
One of
though. You
them's
have
going
to
to
wait.
succeed, but the other 3 aren't.
Yeah, it's going to be a weighted thing. So basically, or his other talents and skill sets outweighing the fact that his arms might be a little bit shorter.
Mhm.
Because no matter what, it's putting them at a disadvantage, but there's ways around it. There's been plenty of
Yeah,
offensive linemen
yeah,
with short arms and
yep,
defensive linemen with shorter arms,
yep,
and they just have to have a different playing style. They're naturally at a little bit of a disadvantage, but it can
yeah.
be overcame. So it's not
Absolutely.
end all be all, but having long arms is important.
Yeah, yeah. You just if they're going to be shorter offensive line wise, you just have to have much more exceptional balance, better for footwork, better timing. Mariners lifer, I would absolutely use a really high pick on Ruben Bain too. I just say like you got to put your stamp somewhere. But there's going to be a line of demarcation where it's just not going to work anymore. And we're going against the grain. We are going against history to bet on a guy like Ruben Bain, Sam. That guy just destroys shop.
Yeah,
Dude, oh my goodness, destroys
and look,
shop.
the
But
Aaron Donald is like supposed to be
yeah,
too small coming out of the fucking college and shit too. Look at him, one of the best of all time. So I mean, it all just what they can do with their skill.
mm. And honestly, Sam, history shows us that edge rushers with short arms have had a much higher success rate than offensive tackles with short arms.
Hmm.
That's clear as day.
Yeah, yeah, that is definitely true. Definitely true.
Well, fun shit, man. I just want to put my stamp on one more guy really quick because you were talking about cornerback, and it's hard for me to reconcile as an amateur. But Chris Johnson, cornerback out of San Diego State, this guy really could be a possible Seahawks target, except there's some mystery that he might have missed their 30 visit meeting. Nobody seems to be confirming anything. That seems to be a rumor. We will see. But what I see in Chris Johnson, man, is I couldn't tell how good he is in the Mountain West, Sam, because I don't know how good these receivers are. So I just looked at him. I'm literally just watching him. Explosive feet, great in off zone coverage, great in off zone coverage. He can get the pick, take it to the house. But the one thing I love, man, is I talk about the 1-2 step explosion on the edge rusher. This guy, 1-2 step, man, he puts his foot in the ground to change directions, and it's not quick. He explodes when he puts his foot in the ground to make a move on the ball. Chris Johnson is just another name to watch as a possible Seahawks target. Well, I say all this, Sam. We know John Schneider, man. Where's my Fleetwood Mac? What Fleetwood Mac fans, yeah, dude, John's gonna go his own way.
No, yeah, always. I've given up on trying to guess what John and them are gonna do. I'm never right about it, and so I'm just happy to take it as it comes. And yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, no, I heard he like either canceled his visit or I don't know. There's some drama going on. He might be off the boards for the Seahawks now. Not a lot of concrete facts about this, but yeah, I just saw that right before getting on here, actually.
Yeah, and I thought that was because no one's corroborating anything at all. So it's just a weird one. We know John's trying to tighten his board up now, which seems to have worked with great success. So,
Mm-hmm. And I think I don't know. I think we're trading that pick. I just do not
yeah.
see us
Well, I know
taking
John
only
wants to
four
trade the
bites of the
pick. The
apple.
problem is if someone wants to come and get it. That's my only
Yep.
worry. I
Yep.
100% think that John wants to trade down. Now, do we find someone that can make the deal work? That's the question.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they could find someone that will make the deal work. They might not get as much back as they originally wanted, but if
Okay.
we're, you know what I mean? Like they can make it
Hmm.
work one way or another. I think we're trading that pick no matter what.
Yeah.
And
And
maybe not no matter what, but a goddamn good chance.
yeah.
I just don't want to see us trading any pick next year for anything this fucking year. No thanks.
Well, what's crazy, Sam, is they have only 4 picks this year, but they haven't traded back with their top pick in nearly a decade now. But they've never been at 32. 32 is such a disadvantageous situation to be in, man. Whenever I look at like the draft boards, man, 32, 64, 96, you just see the biggest group of good players that are coming off the board each time. That's got to be a bad, devastating feeling as an
Yeah.
evaluator like John.
No, no, definitely for sure. I kind of got cut out again. I think my internet's fucking up a little bit, but so I didn't
Well,
hear your
man, I
whole
mean,
thing there. But yeah,
we've really been covering the bases, man, and we've been kind of spreading out the draft as we go. And I've done so much studying, man. It's like I'm almost done with this shit, man. I'm ready to just listen to music at work, man, and get the real shit here already. It's like you
yeah,
study so much. I'm done with this shit. Can we have the test already?
yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna cram my draft stuff there at the very end there once all the dust settles because there's so much just fucking pro days and
Mm,
all this other shit happening that yeah, I wait till all the fucking facts are really there before I start making my opinions.
no doubt,
I'm
no
a
doubt.
I'm a waiter when it comes to the draft.
Mm. Well, man, we got the draft around the corner. I'm just so pumped with the Seahawks opportunities, man. They're going to try to make a repeat, man. But of course, the Seattle Mariners, man, I was so disappointed to the first 2 weeks of the season. We're starting to flip the script. The schedule doesn't get any easier. So we needed to get our confidence up against Houston. Fuck the Astros. Screw the trash cans. Sam, is there anything you got for the people?
I just want to say, how many games have we beat the Astros in a row regular season?
Well,
Didn't
I
we
know
four
it's three
games?
right now. I
Well,
know
I'm
it's
talking
three
going
right
back to
now.
last year. Didn't we
Yeah, I don't
sweep
know.
4 games, sweep them to the end of the year last year? So it might be seven, 8 in a row, something like that. Pretty sure it's around there if my memory holds correct on that. Yeah, fuck the Astros.
There we go.
Agreed.
Well,
Yep.
y'all know, my oh my, it's another sports podcast. Shout out to Nashville's Tennessee Indy. That's Vaden Podcast Services. Vaden Podcast Services. Shout out to the live chat. Thank you for all the energy and the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out RAB. Shout out to my homie Sam. It's your boy Ty. My oh my, it's another sports podcast. Let's go, Ems.